This lesson is how the display attribute changes the error message. The objectives for this lesson are to learn about the display attribute and how it will change the error message output. What happens when you add display and you say name equals? Whatever you put into the quotes inside of there is actually replaced when you have that 0 placeholder. So it can eliminate the property name and use a more meaningful name to your user, which is usually a good thing. Let's take a look at the display attribute and see how it is more descriptive than the property name. So let's come up above the required attribute or below, it doesn't matter, as long as it's just over the name property. And we'll add display name equals, and we'll call it product name. We'll then come down here above product number, and we'll do the same thing, product number. Now what's going to happen is the product name that you see in quotes here is actually going to be replaced into where the 0 placeholder is. Same thing with the product number will also be replaced into that required 0 placeholder. So let's go ahead and run this. Nothing else has changed. And now you see a nicer message. Instead of just name, instead of just product number with no space in it, we now have product name must be filled in and product number must be filled in. Let's now go back to our product class and add the display attributes for the rest of our properties, just to make them a little bit more descriptive. So let's go ahead and we'll copy this display here and we'll place it over this and we'll still call it color. Nothing really to change there. For the standard cost, let's just simply call it standard cost with a space. So all we're trying to do is get this so that they look a little nicer. So list price, and then we have our selling start date. We have our selling end date. And of course, we will have our discontinued date. All right, there we go. So now we've added these. So as we move throughout this course, we'll see that we'll have nicer error messages show up. In this lesson, we added the display attribute to the product class, and that makes the error messages more readable. Coming up next, the max length, min length, and string length attributes.